The following contest is your main event! Scheduled for one fall and for the Love Pro Wrestling Grand Championship.
No, I'm going to do what we like to call in this business is a bit of a shoot. I'm very uncomfortable with this entire situation. I'm very nervous about what's about to unfold in front of us as the challenger, Lumberjack Larry Woods, makes his way to ringside. This whole thing started with a chain, and it's going to end with a chain. We had Mark Wheeler used as a mercenary. We had Rose given an opportunity at the LPW Grand Championship, but none of that means anything anymore.
It all ends tonight.
We talked about situations coming to a head, and it's happening right now. As that steel chain that is laying on the canvas will be secured to the wrist of Lumberjack Larry Woods.
I'm sitting here, we're going to shoot. I just pointed to the goosebumps on my arm. That's no lie. This thing is going to be great.
The other end of that chain will be attached to your savior, God's gift to wrestling, and the current reigning defending LPW Grand Champion, Michael Richard Blais.
And your champion.
And they won't stop till somebody dies.
I mean, zero chance. There's two people walking out of this ring at the end of the night for us. Zero chance. And I'll tell you what, if I'm making my money and my bets, Larry Woods just showed up to his own funeral.
Michael Richard Blais, flanked by Stephen Crow, coming out on the losing effort against the debuting Alley Catch earlier tonight. And that chain around the neck of Michael Richard Blais was inside that book of salvation. That chain was used to crush the skull of Lumberjack Larry Woods and take that championship away from him.
I mean, Larry said yes. He told Ben to ring the bell. They were going to stop that match. Larry's the one who looked up at Ben Oman and said, ring the bell, I want to go.
We saw Larry Woods' arm get destroyed in a chair. And even last night, Larry competing in that triple threat match, we saw Michael Richard Blais appear as if from nowhere and again target that arm and almost yank it out of the socket. So you have to think that arm compromised.
I mean, dismembering and maiming that arm is really just an insurance policy, is it not? It's a way for MRB and the Clandestine Society to hedge your efforts.
And there's a very uneasy feeling as the ring is bathed in the red light of the Clandestine Society.
I mean, has Larry ever been in one of these battles at 100%?
Has that ever stopped Larry Woods? No, boys. MRB just going through the ringside area like Godzilla.
He may or may not be licking things again. Has MRB ever licked you?
Not to my knowledge.
A good time for me to remind him that you threw him out of a Rumble match?
No, it's a terrible time to remind him. God's gift to wrestling, holding aloft that LPW Grand Championship. That's what it's all about. Blais into his second reign atop the mountain here in LPW.
The only two-time champion. I might add. Although that could change tonight, can it? I echo your feeling, man. I'm nervous. I'm squirming in my chair. I feel like this similar feeling in the rec room. Bit of it, like just an uneasy, I don't know. The air is thick.
Fans firmly behind Rad's member, Lumberjack Larry Woods. He looks like he's ready to jump out of his own skin. That adrenaline's got to just be pumping.
Scheduled for one fall, and it's a chain match for the Love Pro Wrestling Grand Championship. This contest is no disqualifications. with your deciding referee, Love Pro Wrestling Senior Official, Judge Ben Omen. Introducing first in the corner to my left, the challenger. Hailing from backwoods, Alberta, weighing in at 191 pounds. Representing the Rads, your #1 contender, Lumberjack Larry Woods!
I mean, Larry Woods has wanted to get his hands on MRB so badly since losing that title that he's chosen to be chained to
Introducing
God's gift
second
to
your
wrestling.
champion, hailing from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 205 pounds, accompanied by one half of your LPW Tag Team Champions, Stephen Crow, representing the Clandestine Society, your savior, your LPW Grand Champion, God's gift to wrestling, Michael Richard Blais.
You heard it. Looks pretty good with that gold reflection on his face, doesn't he?
You're not going anywhere, sweet girl.
And now it's time to begin the task of locking these two together.
You've known MRB for a long time, Boris. Have you ever seen MRB quite like this?
He's more unhinged, I think, than I've ever seen him.
This is not the man that you called your friend.
I've called a lot of MRB matches, but I've never had this feeling in the room before. Judge Ben Omen holding aloft that gorgeous new LPW Championship belt.
Call your friends. Tell them to change the channel. You don't want to miss this. Final chapter in what's been just an epic and violent story.
Ben Omen securing that chain to the left wrist of Lumberjack Larry Woods.
Just a little apprehensive.
I mean, I want to say this is all mind games, but I don't know where his mind is.
I think it's gone. He's lost it.
Good job, beautiful Ben.
Locked into that left wrist, and yes, there is an eerie, almost calm before the storm feeling in this room.
Cut the tension with a knife or a chain.
There's the bell. The main event underway. Steel chain match for the biggest prize in LPW.
Wrapping his fists up in those
Blais
links.
already looking to wrap that right fist.
Getting the feel.
Circling.
Ben's going to start skipping in the middle. Nope.
Meeting in the center of the ring and just chucking bombs. I mean, we knew it would break down. I knew it would break down that quick. Larry with the drop kick, creating some space, and now...
I mean, I had no doubt it was going to break down this quick. This is what Larry's been asking for.
Months and months of pent-up frustration on behalf of Lumberjack Larry Woods just pouring out of every fiber of his being.
Exactly.
And this is where he needs to try to keep himself calm and focused.
Took the legs out. Right on top in a full mount. This is a ground and pound so far, buddy.
Raining down right hands on the champ.
Both wrapped up in chains and metal and
Blais handful of hair.
who cares?
You see that chain getting all tangled up, and that's just such an intangible in this match.
I mean, it changes everything.
I mean, where that chain goes, you got to go with it.
Yep.
Larry heaved out of the ring. Blais able to sidestep, but you can see he's got to go through that middle rope, which he does not do. Slingshot over the top, and now both men tethered to that top rope.
Time to improvise. I mean, such a unique strategy and game plan you'd have to put together for a match like this. The timing is everything, and picking your shots and picking your timing to be able to take risks is everything. The consequences are just so dire.
And there's no escape for Blais. He's tethered to that top rope, basically at the mercy of Larry Woods.
Put his forehead into that chain. Something's got to give.
Almost like a tug of war.
Catapult.
Well, this is going to get much worse before it gets any better.
Little adjustment there.
Yeah, been making sure everyone's securely fastened.
I mean, it'd be a huge advantage if you can get that thing off. I see where he's coming from.
On the ring apron, very dangerous place to be. Hard knife edge chop by Michael Richard Blais.
Imagine if he chops him with his other hand.
Bringing Woods over the top. Tangled up in that top rope.
And this is one of the intangibles you face when you're in a match like this.
Stomping away with Blais. Not getting frustrated.
Nope.
Understanding what he's got to do.
Exactly.
Chain working in his favor as Blais scales the top rope and now dragging Woods right into that drop zone. Just smart. He may be your savior, but you got to give the devil his due.
No, it's drop that chain right on the top of his head.
We talked about all the hoops that Larry Woods had to jump through one-on-one with Mark Wheeler. His arm being destroyed. Even last night, that last shot.
Plugging his nose? Can't breathe.
Got a hold of that steel chain. Tried to whip him right across the face. Oh, caught that knee coming in. Creating space, ducking that clothesline.
Oh, he's got it around his neck.
Choking him. But I mean, it's legal. There's almost like an arm drag, a chain drag to escape that.
Hell of a counter.
Go
Oh,
over the
God.
top, down onto that stage area.
Larry came down on the side of that canvas too. MRB on the concrete floor.
He tried to whip him in the face.
It's bound to happen eventually. Larry checking his teeth. Every link of that chain. Unforgiving.
Challenger clubbing away on Blais. There is no escape.
There's only so much a human body can take.
Man, I could hear that one. I could feel that one from over here.
I heard that in Calgary.
Back down onto that floor area. Larry Woods taking a seat. And a blatant choke with that chain.
Not sure by choice.
Wrapped around the throat of Lumberjack Larry Woods.
I can't quite see what's happening except for I can hear Larry screaming in agony. Oh. Back and forth.
Yeah, now Larry attempting to club away on the champ. I believe Blais sitting down now. I apologize to the viewers. Hard to see from our vantage point in the sea of another sellout what's going on. But I see Larry pulling back with a hard strike, hard punch between the eyes.
I mean, the fans got them surrounded in a circle like this is a fight in the back of the schoolyard by the monkey bars. I think somebody's getting bit.
I can't see. but I know it ain't good.
There is either chain or teeth or road signs on Larry's forehead.
They're standing up on that chair.
He's going to feed him a sign.
Trying to paper cut his mouth or his tongue or his face. Oh, that is gross. That is gross. Violent to an extent we've never seen here in LPW before.
That's not adding insult to injury. That's just adding injury to injury.
You got to wonder about that chain potentially getting wrapped around chair legs and whatever else. They could be dragging fans along with them.
I got friends over there in the fourth row.
He might not after this night's over.
Like a schoolyard fight. A really, really, really violent one. Oh! Back body drop onto the chairs.
I'm not sure if he hit the chairs or the floor, but whatever it wasn't good.
A little from column A and a little from column B.
Blais might be heading for the safe haven of the ring, and I know how ridiculous that sounds.
Oh, the ring's a safe haven in a chain match, Boris. Good one.
Both competitors up on that ring apron now.
This is no time for jokes.
Again, Blais using that chain, double wrapping it around the neck. Handful of hair. Oh man, fingers in the mouth.
Does that look like salvation to you?
Looks like a bad Friday night. Knee right to the face. You see Ben Oman in position to see if Larry wants to give it up.
Look, I had said a lot of things about Larry Woods in my time here, but giving up is not something I'm going to attach to him.
Blais,
there's no quitting that man.
Wrapping that chain around his right hand, right arm.
I do feel that MRB might literally have to kill Larry Woods to pin him tonight.
You care more about a beer. That's the problem with all of you. That is
Blais having a discussion with some fans of ringside. I'm not sure exactly what that's all about, but it's giving Larry some time.
I think there was some one-fingered salutes headed his way.
Up on the shoulder, heaved him inside, fireman's carry style.
Oh.
And now Lumberjack Larry hits that slingshot elbow.
Did he have that chain wrapped around his arm? It was wrapped around something.
And Larry
fired up.
Is fired up to say the least. There's a look in his eye that a human being shouldn't have.
I mean, you're overdosing on adrenaline.
Blais through the legs.
There's always that. Oh, no.
Oh.
Ouch. Simply ouch.
Chain in a place where chain should not be.
Not in my bedroom. I don't know about yours.
Looking to drag Larry into the buckle. Bam. And that's just, it's smart, it's intelligent, it's crude, it's cruel, it's violent, but
where that chain goes, Larry's got to follow, and vice versa.
Blais back inside the ring now with a hold of that chain.
Who is he so concerned with over
there? Caught up inside that middle rope.
Oh, he's got some. He's got some slack in that chain, and you know what that means.
Into that middle buckle, and now down underneath. Went underneath that bottom rope, out into the fans. I'm not sure exactly. Somebody on that side may be getting into the head of Larry Woods.
Somebody told him to hold his beer, and I think he took it literally. Hey, this is familiar, isn't it? I think they call this karma.
I mean, that's another chapter in this rivalry. There was that beer taken right from this very table.
Yep. Another situation where if Larry had just minded his business.
Crushed into the head of Rich King.
Yep. Rich King might be holding that Grand Championship if it wasn't for Larry. Oh!
Whipping the back of Larry Woods.
Oh, Welts immediately.
With that cold steel.
Oh, he felt every link of that centrifugal force. Not again. Oh, my God.
You can hear the screams of pain from the challenger.
At a 12 out of 10 volume.
Be careful what you wish for.
Larry Woods asked for this, Boris.
And the chains in his mouth.
Larry asked for this.
The chains in his mouth. But he's not giving up. I mean, let's not bury the lead here.
Tap. I mean, he's got
You can
that
hear
chain
the
in his
chant.
mouth like a racehorse champing at the bit.
The chant of Larry building to a fever pitch throughout this sellout crowd here at the Rec Room. LPW 25 main event, title on the line.
Rope don't need nothing. Grab it all you want. It's nothing but leverage, Larry. Yeah, he puts it right back on there. Salt in the wound.
Oh, no.
Oh, the arm. The arm.
I mean, that arm
I'm surprised it took him this long.
has taken so much abuse over the past few months. And like I said, even last night, wrapping the chain around that arm, that compromised arm. I'm just trying to hyperextend that elbow. I mean, what kind of mind thinks of these ways to maim another human being?
God's gift to wrestling. Did I answer that fast enough for you?
A little too fast.
Well, to be honest, there's a few people on that list. I'll tell you what, one of them is MRB. I don't even want to know what he's got in mind here.
I mean, this is the kind of stuff people go to prison for.
I mean, he's as sadistic as he's ever been.
But look at Larry. Larry,
Pray to them, Larry.
there's no quit, there's no give.
You ever have a younger sibling and you used to hold their hands while you made them hit themselves?
Almost like a handcuff situation.
Forcing him to pray.
Pray for them.
He needs salvation. Bow down to God's gift to wrestling, Larry Woods.
Binding the hands of the challenger.
I mean, how much can Larry have left here? Month after month, like whether that arm's been dislocated. At some point in time, you just need to think about your future.
But look at Larry, he's still trying to get to his feet. He's still getting up, he's still fighting.
All he needs is two legs. He's plugging his nose again. He can't breathe, he can't fight. That's facts. That's wrestling math.
You hear the guttural screams of Larry Woods. He gets back to his feet. You put him down, he gets back up. And that chain wrapped around the fists of Larry Woods.
Doing everything he can with whatever he's got.
Coming back to bite MRB with the chain in that position. Massive European uppercut from the challenger.
That was vile and vicious.
And now I believe a receipt is coming the way of God's gift to wrestling.
Just the centrifugal force of each one of those chain links coming down across your side.
Whipping the back of the LPW champion with that steel chain.
You can hear the wind behind the chain when it's coming around. Oh!
Champion in an incredible amount of pain. The tide has definitely turned. Larry able to withstand the storm. I have no idea how. Blais begging off. His hands in the prayer position now.
It's a timeout. Let's give MRB a timeout. All in favor?
There will be no forgiveness. There will be no begging off.
You better get down to business. Don't worry about what the fans think, Larry. That's MRB.
Up into that fireman's carry. Oh, down. Face first into the mat. Larry up to that middle turnbuckle.
Oh, this has just been mercilessly violent.
Larry wrapping that knee.
No.
Wrapping that leg in that chain.
What? He got on here.
And we know Larry likes to use that leg drop with the added violence of that chain. Gonna go for the cover. Could have new champ.
Nope. 2-point loss. Oh, there goes the elbow pad. That compromised arm. Look, we've talked about this
Larry
over and over too.
potentially looking for that saw line. Would that make this a chainsaw line?
I see what you did there. Again, enough with the jokes. Call the match.
That's not a joke. It's very serious. Larry looking to saw his way
the lifeless
to
body.
another reign as LPW Grand Champion.
He looks limp.
Blais able to duck
Too much
outside
time.
onto that stage area, but there's no escape. There's nowhere to go.
Too much sawing. Pull him right back through the curtain.
Dragging Larry out onto that stage area. And the distance, the gap quickly closed.
I don't have
Those right hands are right on target.
a lot of confidence in the closer they get to that curtain that who knows might be behind it. Clandestine Society is known for getting involved in each other's matches, and the way that MRB is laid out right now.
Right between the eyes of the LPW Grand Champion. And just repeated strikes to the head.
What did I say?
Stephen Crow appearing from behind the curtain, table in tow.
Say his name 3 times.
I mean, I shouldn't act surprised.
I called the shot. You got to know that this is the way the Clandestine Society is going to do this.
Clandestine Society travel in packs.
Fair and sportsmanship has no business in a chain match, Boris.
Over the top and back in the ring goes Larry Woods. I mean, there's not a whole lot Ben Omen can do in this situation, unfortunately for Lumberjack Larry.
Sit, watch, and count 3 when it's over. Small of the back.
We need you to beat his ass again! Help me, brother.
I mean, we know Rich King's in the building.
Clandestine Society teaming up to place Larry up on that top rope.
Maybe Rich has finally had enough of Larry and his selfishness. Saw the karma in the beer can and said that enough's enough. What do you think?
I think Lumberjack Larry being wrapped up in that steel chain and hung upside down.
Oh, I mean, this is bad enough when it happens, let alone what we're about to witness.
Stephen Crow up to that top rope. Double stomp onto Lumberjack Larry Woods.
This isn't a wrestling match, Boris. This is an assault. This is a crime.
MRB going for the cover, but there is life in the Lumberjack.
Crow counted 3 like this was over, and I was not to disagree.
Clandestine Society continuing the onslaught.
Looking to incapacitate Larry Woods, dismember Larry Woods,
Blais winding up with that chain.
debilitate Larry Woods. Larry.
T.Y. Jackson, Brad's member in good standing, coming to the aid of his brother.
It took him long enough.
Yeah, he caught that chain before Blais was about to feed it to Larry Woods. T.Y. with the eclipse.
Now that is a looker.
leveling the playing field for the Rats.
I don't know if I've ever seen that look on T.Y. Jackson's face before.
Massive super kick right on target. T.Y. up to the top.
Super kick in the swanton.
Swanton bomb on target. And perhaps Stephen Crow a non-factor going forward. MRB's got that chain. Got that chain wrapped around his fist and right between the eyes of T.Y. Jackson. And he may be a non-factor going forward.
Heads up. I mean, you get involved in MRB's match when he's got a chain in his hand. What do you expect?
T.Y. back to his feet.
Well. Or did he just collapse into the ropes and they held him up?
Blais locking his eyes on T.Y. Oh! Right into that super kick.
Playing possum, maybe. Back to the top. Back to high rent again.
T.Y. up to the top. Oh, he got caught and crotched on that top rope.
I think being crotched is the least of his worries.
The chain wrapped around the eyes, the eye sockets.
Across the nose.
Lumberjack Larry tried to go for that sawline stunner from Blais.
Both of them took that chain across the orbital bone in those two consecutive moves. And that orbital bone, it's it's like the collarbone. It's very easily broken. Coming from a guy who's been in a few hockey fights, let me tell you.
Blais up to the top rope, still shackled.
Oh my God.
To Lumberjack Larry Woods.
He's not thinking of that 360 drop kick with the chain.
Dropping the leg across the ring on T.Y. Jackson. And I believe I mentioned T.Y. being a non-factor, and I believe that's come to fruition.
Yeah, he just earned that nickname. T.Y. non-factor.
Now slithering over to Lumberjack Larry Woods. But here comes Rich King, and he's been knee-deep in this controversy as well.
Absolutely he has. Right in the thick of it. Oh, thinking twice maybe.
Rich checking on T.Y. Jackson.
I mean, he's not exactly showing urgency for Larry Woods here, is he?
Helping T.Y. to his feet.
But he's going to abandon his...
Helping T.Y. to the back.
He's going to abandon his Rad's member while Stephen Crow is still out here in the middle of a fight.
I mean, I don't know what to make of that.
What was that about?
I mean, that's another story for another day.
We talked about dissension. We talked about mistrust earlier.
Oh, man, we are back to one-on-one.
Exchanging chops. It sounded like a gunshot.
Lighting up a respective chest. Caught him in the midsection with that chain.
It's murderous, homicidal. Neither one of these two are going to be the same ever again.
It is very uncomfortable in this room right now. MRB looking to send Lumberjack Larry Woods to his final consecration. Larry spins out.
Not yet.
Series of kicks from the challenger.
MRB has you calling his shots.
Larry firing back with shots of his own.
Starting to feel the energy from this rec room crowd.
And Larry looking to hit that thaw line.
Watch out for Stephen Crow here.
Crow has emerged. And right in the nick of time saves.
I couldn't see from my angle. Did he kick him in that arm or did he kick him right in the crotch?
I don't know if it really matters, but Crow saved the savior.
They got something in mind here.
What's going on here?
That might have.
I'm not sure what's going on over there, but this is all bad.
This
is all bad.
Larry's unconscious. That last kick to the side of the head knocked him right out.
Yeah, there's very little movement.
He's lifeless. I don't know what the Brothers of Destruction have in mind over there, but it looks like they found it. Oh, they're taking the ring apart.
Stephen Crow untying that ring apron.
Meanwhile,
MRV directing traffic. I'm not sure what the game plan here is, but
Ben Oman giving Stuart Garvey instructions to try to break this up, and Garvey just
good luck, pal. Good
Garvey
luck.
just looked at him like, nuh-uh, not today. I mean, you can see the disgust on Ben Oman's face. I'm sure he's never been in a match quite like this where, he feels...
Lays a hold of that rope that holds down the canvas and now choking the life out of Lumberjack Larry Woods.
Like the chain wasn't enough, we needed to choke him with a rope too? And kick him in the head.
Vicious kick to the side of the skull of Lumberjack Larry Woods.
This thing's starting to trend towards academic.
I mean, Larry all on his own.
Yep. That's it. I think he's hit his limit. I mean, honestly, if I'm Larry, I got to think about just quitting. For the sake of self-preservation, just call it a night and go home.
I mean, sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. I mean, don't think anybody would look sideways at Larry Woods if he did that.
It's a fine line between bravery and insanity, and I think we're skirting that line.
I mean, Blais continuing to untie that rope that holds that canvas down.
What do they have in mind here? Like, is it the rope they're after? Is it...
Now Crow on the other side of the ring, he's got, I don't know if that's shears or scissors or something. He's cutting that rope off on the other side.
We're taking this thing apart, Boris. What the hell's going on? Like, this is clearly premeditated.
There's a plan here, and it's, like I said, it is all bad.
I hate to repeat myself. I've said it once, but you can cut the tension with a knife in here.
And Larry,
the scissors that Stephen Crow has.
Larry's been beaten within an inch of his life. There's very little movement. Larry dragged out of the ring down onto the floor.
Larry or his limp carcass, one of the two. Well, there goes the apron. Ben looks impressed.
Clandestine Society, they're pulling up that canvas.
Ben's got his arms thrown in the air in frustration. I think he's just at his point where, what are we going to do here? Little peek behind the curtain, but I think you're about to see what a LPW ring's made out of.
Pulling that canvas.
For anybody who thinks that there's a pile of padding and a trampoline under, you're about to find out.
Dragging Woods back inside the ring.
About a centimeter of padding on top of these 2x4s.
Canvas stripped off. Woods back out onto the stage. Blais continuing the onslaught. It's going to pull up that padding to expose the wood.
It is. What the hell is going on?
Exposing the boards. Oh, this spells all kinds of bad news for Lumberjack Larry Woods. I mean, no pun intended, but the wood exposed.
We're about to see some wood on wood crime.
Underneath that canvas. Oh, man.
It's pretty good, Nathan, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right. You're welcome. I'm just going to talk to the fans here because I don't know what to say anymore. I honestly don't know what to say. I'm speechless.
I think the Clandestine Society might be looking for that magic killer on the exposed wood. Rich King coming to the aid of his partner.
Reached his limit. He's back.
Coming in to make the save, trying to get rid of Stephen Crow, maybe even up the playing field a little bit here.
Boris, this is dangerous. Like,
it's incredibly dangerous.
One of these boards can pop out at any time. You can break a leg, break an ankle, go right through the ring.
And again, for better or worse, we're back down to one-on-one. Fans imploring Lumberjack Larry Woods.
Imploring, all right.
This he struggles to make his way back to his feet.
Begging.
Look at the eyes.
I don't
Look
wanna.
in the face of Michael Richard Blais.
It is Larry's fault. He asked for this. He asked for this. He said, I want a chain match with God's gift of wrestling.
But Larry Woods looking to fight back. Larry will not go quietly into the night. This is his shot. This is his chance. This is what he fought for to get this opportunity at the gold.
Where's he getting this from?
Right hands.
Oh, right across the knee.
Going to that knee.
Take your base out. I mean, I'm terrified watching this. These boards are bouncing around.
Blais.
There's no way these two.
He might be looking for that chain-assisted dungeon lock.
Oh God, that dungeon lock alone has finished some of the best in this country, let alone a chain assist.
But look at Larry. Larry able to switch, able to turn the tables.
Got it into it.
He might be looking for crossface with that chain, trying to choke the life. RB.
Is it in his mouth?
See, in his mouth, around his neck, it doesn't matter. Blais doesn't matter about the ropes, but if he can get outside the ring, he might be able to break the grip, and that's exactly what happened.
Created just enough separation.
I mean, Blais hit the panic button, and
Well, I mean, you want air in your lungs or no?
I'm a fan.
Yeah, me too. I like breathing. Breathing's good.
Underneath that padding, that table has reemerged. As Blais goes to the eyes. Blais might have been looking for that final consecration on the stage.
Again on that concrete.
Larry able to counter, looking for that saw line.
Oh!
Over the top, down onto the exposed wood.
Look at the chain. It's wrapped around his legs and his feet. That was awkward.
Blais almost hogtied.
Why, exactly. You could break an ankle going over the ropes like that. And then landing on these exposed boards. Oh, that ankle's compromised for sure.
Blais doing whatever he could to try to get that chain untied from his ankle.
I mean, every single time you get hit with that chain, your chances of coming out alive diminished and dwindles.
Larry looking to bring that table into play. That table, Stephen Crow brought to ringside.
I mean, we've seen staple guns. We've seen paper cuts. We've seen chains. We've seen doors. Why not a table, Boris?
Larry Woods setting that table up in the corner.
MRB finally starting to come to.
Blais looking to make his way back vertical again. I mean, Larry wisely over the top. You got to maintain the integrity of the path of that chain.
I mean, he could barely get over the ropes.
He could barely walk. I mean, the amount of abuse both these guys have taken. Irish whip. Blais able to put the brakes on.
Good thing. It's not. Oh!
Caught him coming in with that roundhouse kick.
Spin right to the guts. Might have got him enough time. He knocked the wind out of him for a few seconds. Just enough
to suplex Larry into that table in the corner. Larry trying to fight it with everything he's got left.
He has to.
Duck that clothesline. Again, maybe looking for that saw line into the table.
Oh, into the eyes, into the nose. He's biting him.
Biting him.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
It's just wrong. It's wrong.
How is it wrong? This is the chain match, Boris. You can get hit across the back with a chain, but you can't bite somebody? Give me a break. These guys are fighting for their lives.
Wrapping that chain around the neck. Over the top. He's trying to hang him.
Fighting for their lives, fighting for LPW glory, fighting for this Grand Championship.
Yeah, trying to kick his feet out from under him off that apron so he can hang him off that top rope.
No. Oh, he's got it doubled up.
Just choking the life out of Lumberjack Larry Wood right in front of the fans to chant his name.
It's just immoral.
They're able to get the feet back under him and take the pressure off of his esophagus. taking the limited amount of time to get up to the top.
Reeling him in with that.
Yeah, he got caught.
That chain, yeah, wasn't enough. Kick the pin out. Crotch first to the turnbuckle. MRB's got something else in mind. Oh, no.
Gonna follow him up to the top.
Forrest, there's an exposed ring.
Well, this is all bad. It's all bad.
Look, if you're a Larry Woods fan, you might want to look away.
Trying to take Larry for the ride. Superplex on the exposed wood.
There is an eerie feeling around us right now. Oh, I don't know if I love it or hate it.
High atop the rec room in our main event.
Boris! No!
Larry.
Boris!
Superplex onto the exposed wood. I've never seen anything like that in all my years.
You took the words right off the tip of my tongue.
I know I say this a lot, and I don't say it flippantly, but I don't want to play anymore. And Larry kicked out.
What? How?
I mean, the human body is not. That's like a car accident.
How do you keep Larry Woods down? He just got into a car crash and was given the jaws of life. What the hell?
Come on now.
Where is this going?
Blais now pulling boards off the ring.
I mean, if 2x4s don't hurt enough, we might as well expose the steel, right?
Okay, no, I don't.
Look around the rec room right now, Boris.
I don't want this.
I'm not sure the fans do either. This is an assault.
No, I don't want this. Ben, you gotta stop it.
Ben, do something.
I mean, all that's under that ring is steel and concrete.
No, this is how people get crippled and maimed. This is how people get disabled.
Blais looking for that final consecration.
This is it for your Lumberjack.
Blais calling his shot. Larry landed on his feet.
Oh my God.
Through the table.
Through the ring. Where do they go, Boris?
Down through the ring and down to the floor.
Does that count as a pin if you're down there? Never in my life.
Blais.
What are we watching?
And Larry Wood just fell through the ring and straight down to hell.
Does that count as in the ring?
I don't know, man. Why do you think I have the answers?
You're a Hall of Famer, goddammit.
Ben Omen checking for signs of life.
This is crazy. Let's let this moment breathe.
Wow. Like, are we? Like, are we? Is this over? Are we done?
Do we just fade to black here? Somebody tell me what's happening. I mean, Ben's got referee Stuart Garvey headed under the ring to investigate. I don't know what he's going to find.
I mean, I see movement from Lumberjack Larry Woods, and I know that's insanity.
I have no idea who's going to win this or how this thing is going to end. I just hope they both come out alive at this point.
I see movement from Larry Woods.
I see movement from one of them.
Larry emerging from the pit.
Emerging from the forest. From the plethora of wood. Oh, I see MRB's fingers starting to... Oh, he's got the chain wrapped around his neck and his arm.
Larry Woods is standing vertical and alive. And he's attempting to drag MRB.
There's somebody else from backwoods Alberta, and his name is Wolverine.
Attempting to drag Blais out of that pits of hell.
That's who I'm reminded of right now. You can't kill this man. No matter what you do, he just bounces back. They are both on their feet, Boris.
I'm speechless. And that never happens. Going behind Larry Woods.
Last attempt.
Looking to saw the champion in half.
He got it. He got it on the wood, on the chain. That's his one-shot kill.
Woods hit the saw line.
No.
And
Boris, it's over.
Larry Woods defeats Michael Richard Blais.
The Pro Wrestling Grand Champion, Lumberjack Larry Woods!
What the actual...
In one of the most troubling, violent, insane displays of professional wrestling I've ever seen, Larry Woods stands tall as your new LPW Grand Champion.
He did ring crew a favor.
I'm very rarely speechless. This has been an amazing night. LPW number 25, only fitting that Judge Ben Omen hands the gold and raises the hand of Lumberjack Larry Woods to begin his second reign as LPW Grand Champion.
Poetic justice.
T.Y. Jackson making his way to the ring. I mean, it's justice. There ain't a goddamn thing poetic about any of that.
T.Y. and Rich are coming out to celebrate with Larry. Neither one of them can walk, let alone Larry Woods. Rich looks impressed right now. And there's a smile on T.Y.'s face.
Lumberjack Larry Woods, your new LPW Grand Champion after one of the damnedest main events we've had. Probably the damnedest main event we've had in 2 years of Love Pro Wrestling. We are back live on IWTV May 31st. Dash, what a night.
What a night indeed. I don't want to go home. I don't want to stay here. But I guess we got to end this thing.
On behalf of everyone involved in Love Pro Wrestling, thank you for being here live. Thank you for joining us on IWTV. My name is Big Bad Boris. Good night, everybody. Whoa.
One more for Lumberjack Larry Woods! One more for the Rat! And one more for Larry's loss. And one more for your new Grand Champion.